In today's session, I'm going to be covering top questions that we ask during a landlord reference. What is a landlord reference? A landlord reference is the one that we call a previous or current landlord. We, as a property management company, actually want to call two landlords. Why? Because the first current landlord, if you have a horrible tenant, is going to say anything to get their tenants out of there. Yes, they're fantastic. Yes, they pay their rent. And then you're going to say, great, take them in, and then you're assuming the problems that these people want to get rid of. If we go back to landlords, what ends up happening is that the previous landlord doesn't have to deal with them anymore, and they're going to tell you the truth. So we always like to see a history of that. Sometimes it's not possible if they've either lived there for a long time or they're newer renters. But what we do, no matter what, is we check our references. So let me go through with you some of the questions that we ask. Have the tenants paid their rent on time? If the person says yes, fantastic. Second question, have they paid all their rent? Not just on time, but in general. Great, fantastic. They have. How have they been as residents? Has there been any neighbor complaints? You want to make sure that the residents that you're moving into your building aren't going to cause issues for other people. No? Fantastic. Keep going. So, what about how their condition of the property? They're taking care of it. Are they treating it like a house? Or are they trashing it? No? Okay, well, great. They've taken care of the place. So what else is going to be important when you're asking a landlord? Would you rent to them again? And I think this is a huge one. And again, people, you want to hear for pauses. You know, everybody might be like, yeah, we'd rent to them again. That hesitation might be like, okay, what is it that you wouldn't rent to them again? What about them would you change? And they might say, well, they park their cars on the grass, or they have a really loud dog. And you can ask these type of things. And that brings me to my next and last question. Have they fulfilled every lease obligation or broken any of the rules and regulations that you provided to them? And if, again, there's any hesitation, you might want to dig further into it. And if not, great. So if they've gotten green flags and the right answers for all of these questions that we currently ask to their current or previous landlord, then that's definitely an okay to keep proceeding with the applications that approve them. But if any of these are red flags, if you don't get good answers, there's hesitation or issues or problems that come up, again, you should really consider their application and debate if you actually want to approve them and move them into your house. And as a recap, those are the questions that we ask either their previous or current landlords to check and make sure that they have good landlord references. And if you or anyone else you know is looking for a property manager that can help you determine bad problem tenants in advance and not have to deal with them in the first place, please think of Green Ocean Property Management, where you get more than a property manager, you get peace of mind.